donations. Well, I needed to use some of the vinyl I got at the Cricut Madness sale. I actually saw that they had an orange vinyl for $1.99 during the Cricut Madness sale, and I didn't know what I was going to use it for at the time, so I just bought it. Well, come to find out, it matches my car perfectly. The orange matches the orange Murano that I have to a T. So, I've always had the Car Decals cartridge and the Cricut Decals cartridge, which I believe came with the Cricut Expression Anniversary Edition too. And I wanted to use that. So I used the orange vinyl and some white vinyl to create these little family stickers. So in the stickers here, let me go and break it down. We have this one here is Sean, because he's a chef. He went to school to become a chef. This one here is me, and that's supposed to be my iPhone. It looks more like an iPod, but it's supposed to be my iPhone because I love my iPhone and anything Apple products. So that's me. This here is my little female golden retriever, Maya. This here is my new puppy. His name's Han. And then this one here is my oldest, which is Toby. So it turned out pretty cute. It was the first time I've actually worked with vinyl on car. So in some of them, I've since went and evened a lot of these bumps out. So I don't want you to think I left it like that, because that's pretty atrocious. So do know I did fix that. I know you're very worried about it. I know all of you at home says, what is he doing? That's ugly. So there's a picture of it on the Murano. You can kind of see it matching the colors. So in this video, I just want to show you how easy it was to create these in my Cricut Craft Room. So let's go ahead and bring up Cricut Craft Room. And we're going to start with the Cricut Decals. And the reason we're going to start with that one is that's the one that has the chef on it. So we're going to go into, find that one. Now, if you haven't done so already, as you can see, all of my cartridges are linked. Definitely link your Gypsy if you haven't done it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me and Cricut Craft Room. So anyways, we're going to bring up Cricut Decals. Now, as you can see, he's not on here. He's actually on the pairs 1. And there is my little chef. Now, I did my chef at 6 inches. And the reason I did him at 6 inches is because he has this chef's hat. And truly, if you were to take that chef hat off, he truly would only be about 4¼ inch. So that's why I did him at 6 inches. That's the only one I use from Cricut Decals. Now what I did is I first put all of the first layers, which is the ones in the white. So that's what we're cutting out right now, is this white part. And then we'll actually cut out the orange vinyl. So the next one we need to go to is the Car Decals. And the one that I used for me is right here. Now, I did him at, I believe it was 5.25 inches. And I lied to you because his head is huge. So maybe it was 4.25. Nope, it must have been 4, maybe 4.75. Yep, 4.75. So there's me. Look how cute I am. Alright, so I did 2 of these dogs here. I did one at 3.75, I did one at 4.0, so I did one at 4, and then I also did one at 4.25. And the reason I did that is I have a little girl dog, and she's a little smaller than the other dogs, so I wanted her to be smaller. Now, my dogs don't have this around their eye, so I would want to go ahead and hide that. So if you hit the hide contour button, so if you select your image, hit hide contour, and click this, it'll get rid of that. So there we go. I don't want that, so we're going to hide it. Yay! Alright, and then I want to do this little guy here. He's sitting on his cute little bed. So we did him at 5 inches. And the reason I did him at 5 inches is he's obviously sitting down. So I wanted him to be just as big as the other dogs, but just have the look of him sitting down. Alright, so there is that one. And we're also going to hide this around his eye. And then I just went ahead and situated these on my mat. And then I cut it on just regular, I got white vinyl. Actually, I think I got the white vinyl from Joann's. It might even be Hobby Lobby. It's a generic white vinyl. So when you're ready to cut, which I am, we're going to hit cut. And then it's going to tell me no usable device is ready. But what we want to make sure you do is you do want to make sure it's set to vinyl. So when you go into the cut menu, if you could see my device, it will actually say vinyl on it. So when we show you the next layer, I'll show you that screen. But this is all we had to do on this layer, and this is cutting the white. So we just cut the white here. And if you can hear it, I'm turning on my Cricut expression so I can show you that screen. So I just was not prepared. I do apologize about that. This is the white part right here. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you are ready, you're going to hit cut. There it goes. And you want to make sure that this drop-down box is on vinyl. It'll tell you that you need to make sure your depth is at 4. It'll automatically adjust your max, your speed, and your cut. So that's one thing I love about Cricut Craft Room. It does everything for you except for the depth part. Okay, so we're going to cut that on white. Once we're done, we're going to go ahead and do the other layers. Now what I did to make it easier on myself is I moved everyone out of the way, except for the one I wanted to work with. So I want to work right now with the chef. And we're going to move them all out of the way. I don't know if this is just mine, but the one thing I don't like about Cricut Craft Room, and I know that I've called customer service, they said they are working on him, is at times it has leg issues. So I hope they fix that. So we're starting with this chef guy here. Now we did him at, I believe, 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches. So what we're going to do is we need to go back into my Cricut decals because we used the Cricut decals on this. And we want to make sure my default is at 6 inches. And we're going to shift, and it's this guy right here. Bring it up. Once I know that I've gotten this, I can go ahead and get rid of my little Cricut guy here. Because we've already printed him out on the white. He's done. We can move him out of the way. There's that leg issue I was talking about. So one thing I wish they hope they get done here soon. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing to all of our other ones. So this is going to go back into the car decals instead of the Cricut decals. And it is at 4.75, so I want to make sure I change my height down here to 4.75. We're going to hit shift, and we're going to bring that one just up to your mat. Once again, once that's brought up to the mat, I go ahead and get rid of my guy here. So we're going to do these to all the different ones that we already did it on. And then this is going to be done on the orange that I bought. So we want to make sure that when we cut this, we load our orange. So we have one at 4.25 and we have one at 4. Get rid of those. And then this guy is at 5. And we're going to just bring that up. So as you can see, this is a quick project, very easy to do. It probably took me to do the whole project, I would say 20 minutes. The longest part of the project is peeling the vinyl off and sticking it, you know, making sure it doesn't stick on itself and doing everything you need to do. So go ahead and situate these guys on your mat where they're not touching each other. And we're going to go ahead and cut this out on whatever color car your vinyl, or whatever the color of your car is what we're going to do the vinyl. Okay, so we just want to make sure that they're all on the mat here inside this yellow. We're going to hit cut. And once again, we want to make sure it's set to vinyl. Okay, and then just hit cut. The last thing we need to do is on mine, I did add these little bows on the girl. It's hard to see in the big group one. I guess you can see it, but I really wanted to distinguish that this is a little boy dog and that's a little girl dog. So I needed to cut those out of pink vinyl because obviously girls are for pink, but I didn't know what bow to use. And I don't know if anyone's used this, but on the image search here, I'm going to go look up bow, and it will actually bring up all of the bows that you have. What's great about this is it gives you a little image down here. It looks like a little green linking. That means it's linked, or you have that image. So I know I can use those images. If it doesn't have that, that means it is not linked. Okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring or find the bow that we use, which the bow I used, I believe, is on, I think it was called Paper, it was the one on Paper Pups, I think. Let me look for it here. And the reason I liked that one is it was a little bit more of a loopy bowl. It looked, there it is. Yeah, Paper Pups. So we're going to bring 2 of those up into session because I need 2 of those. And then what I did, because I needed to size them, is I brought up a little dog again. My little dog in the girl size. So she was 4 inches. And this was just for size comparison. Because what we can do now is we need to size these down. And then we need to use this little arrow over here. It's got a circle to it. And that lets you move it. So we're going to put it over by her ear. And I don't want to weld it. Oops. Because I kind of want to see the bow shape. Okay? So I want to turn it a little bit more. And I want to bring it down in size. And then what this will let me do is it will give me a good idea of what that, so that looks just about right. And we're going to do the same thing with this other bow. Is we're going to bring it over here to our puppy so we can see what it looks like. Now, as you can see, it's kind of behind the dog right now. If you right-click on your thing and put send forward and unclick, we want to make sure we don't weld it. It brings it forward, as you can see. So we're going to move this around. Until we like the bow size, which I like right there. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that dog. And then we're going to go ahead and cut this on pink vinyl. Okay? So once again, make sure you always change it to that vinyl. Okay? And then that is all the pieces. We're just going to cut them and put them all together. So very, very easy project. I hope you enjoyed it. I loved how it turned out. It gave my car some really cute characters. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I truly do this for all my followers. I love what I do. I love everything Cricut, and thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week.